Here we go, boys and girls. This is your math lesson for Friday, April 17th. Let's get started.
Hi guys. All right, sorry, I wanted to get focused. This is math lesson 8.10. This is this is for Friday, April 17th, and this is what you will need for the lesson today. On the back of the car race game from yesterday, you have a number grid. I would suggest that will help you today for sure. You need your baggie. Hopefully of blue cards. These were in the bag that you picked up. Hopefully you've cut them out and you have a baggie full. I would suggest only starting with numbers 0 through 10. So pick out numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to start out with today. The other thing you will need is a piece of paper and a pencil. I'm using their marker because it shows up better on the camera. If you do not have a piece, it does not need to be a piece of lined paper. Remember, if you have a piece of scrap paper, you can just use the back. It could be plain white, doesn't really matter what it looks like as long as you can write on it, okay? So this is what we're going to do today. Our job today is to sequence numbers. Now remember on Monday we talked about sequencing when we were talking about Peter's chair, when we put the events of the story in order. So guess what sequencing with numbers is, guys? It's the same thing. It is putting numbers in order. However, the challenge today will be putting numbers in order that may be different than how we count. So for example, when we count, we say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Today, the numbers you may pick out of your baggie might be 1, 4, 7, 8, 10. And what you have to do is you have to put those numbers in order. So let me show you what we mean, what I mean. I say we because Kaylin's here too, see? All right, so here we go. So I have my baggie of cards here. Where am I at? There we go. All right. All right, so I have my baggie of cards. Again, I'm starting with 0 to 10. I would suggest you do the same, okay? And we're going to mix the cards up on the floor face down because I don't want to see what numbers I'm picking. It's supposed to be a surprise, okay? So I have my cards mixed up. I'm going to pick 5 cards out, any 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, you can't see them, sorry. 5, okay? All right. So I'm going to move the rest of them out of the way just so that I don't get them confused. Remember earlier I said you might want your number grid. I would have that out and ready in case you do need this, okay? I will show you how you can use this while we do it. So let's see what numbers we flipped over, or we drew. 5, 1, 2, 4, and a 9, okay? Hey guys, can you shut that door? So what I need to do is I need to put these in order, starting with the least, moving on to the greatest, okay? So I look at these numbers. Which one of those is the least of them all? Least also means smallest. So which is the smallest or the least? Number 1. All right, so I'm going to start my row here with 1. All right, so what number would come next? Well, this is where the number grid might come in handy. If you look at the number grid, I know I already have the number 1. So maybe I want to check and just go down the row and see, do I have these numbers? 2. Do I have a 2? I do. So I know that that would come next. Do I have a 3? No. Do I see a 4? Yes. All right, so there's my 4. Okay, moving on down. Do I have a 5? Yes, I do. There's a 5. Do I have a 6? Nope. 7? Nope. 8? Nope. 9? Sure do. 9 would have been my last number. So a way I can check to make sure that this is actually the greatest number is I can compare it to all of these numbers. Is 9 bigger than 5? Yes. Is 9 bigger than 4? Yes. Is 9 bigger than 2 and bigger than 1? Yes, it is. Okay, so again, as I line them up, I start with the least, and I'm moving up. The numbers are getting larger until I get to the greatest number in my bunch, okay? So now that I have them in order, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my paper out, and I'm going to just write the numbers in the same order that I see here. So I have 1, 2, 4, 5, 9. Okay. All right, let's do one more. Okay, I'm going to mix my cards up. Mix them, mix them, mix them, mix them up. I'm going to pull 5 out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to take the rest of them and I'm just going to move them over here so I don't get them confused with the 5 that I picked out. So let's see what I've got here. 6, 7, 0, 1, 9. All right, so the first thing I need to do is I need to look at these cards and think to myself, which one is the least, or which one is has the smallest value, or which one is the smallest number? 0. I know 0 is the smallest number that there is. So I'm going to start with 0. And now I'm going to, if you want to use your number grid, you can definitely use your number grid. This time I'm just going to use my thinking to try to figure this out. So I have 0. Then I'm looking at the numbers. Well, I know that 1 comes right after 0, so I think that that's going to be the next number in my sequence. So 0, 1. All right, so I have 6, 7, and 9. So I'm thinking, maybe a good thing I could do is maybe count out loud to myself. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. So I think 6 is the next number in my sequence. All right, so after 6, right after 6, I know comes 7. So that makes sense. That would be the next number. And then I only have 1 left. So I have 6 and 7. And then I don't have an 8, but I do have 9. It's the last card. So do you remember how I told you you can kind of check to make sure that you're right by using the last card? Check, this is the number that is it is the greatest number in your sequence. That means it's the biggest. So is 9 bigger than 7? Yes. Is 9 bigger than 6 and 1 and 0? Yes. So I know that this one's in the right spot. All right. So maybe now, instead of using the number grid as I went through, I could use it to check my numbers now. And you would just do the same, you would do it the same way. You would just go through. I see 0, then a 1, don't have a 2 or 3, 4, 5, but I do have a 6, so that's next. 7, I don't have an 8, but I do have a 9, and that's the last number I have. So I've done this sequence correctly. So then I'm going to take my paper and I'm going to write my numbers down. 0, 1, 6, 7, 9. All right, so there you go. That is how we will sequence our numbers for today. Your job is to do that 3 times. I did it twice here. You would do it one other time and you would write your numbers in the correct order, like on line number 3 here. Now, some of you are going to need a little bit of a challenge. 0 through 10 is going to only take you about the blink of an eye to do. What I would suggest is the number cards that you have are 0 through 20. So I would try the first one with 0 through 10. If you feel like that went well and you want a little bit more of a challenge, then add some more numbers. Maybe you want to try 0 through 15. And then you can sequence those. And if that goes well, then maybe bump it up for the 3rd round to 0 through 20. Or maybe just you want to go straight to 0 to 20 after the first round. The first round needs to be 0 through 10. And then the 2nd and 3rd round, you can add more if you feel comfortable doing that. If you wanted to do 0 through 10 for all 3 that you're going to write down, that is perfectly fine. It is completely up to you, okay? Whatever you feel the most comfortable with. So after you have this written 3 times, I would appreciate it if Mom or Dad could snap a picture of it and just send it to me just so I can check out your work for today, okay? Please take advantage of this, even if you're moving on and doing 0 through 20. Oh man, I'm looking at my computer screen, it's all backwards. 0 through 20, that will also be, this can also be very helpful, especially with the teen numbers, because I know sometimes those are a challenge for us at this age, okay? So if you have any questions about sequencing, if you have any trouble with it, please let me know. I am available all the time by email. So please just shoot me an email, have mom or dad send an email to me, and I will definitely get back with them as soon as I can to help you out, okay? All right, guys. Well, today is Friday, and this is the end of our lessons for the week. So I will see you again on Monday morning for reading, and I think that's it. I'm so happy that we got to see each other this week, and I am so happy with all of your hard work at home, you guys. I know this is different. I would much rather be in the classroom, but I am happy to be even just doing this for you from my home. So I hope that you continue your hard work, and I hope that you have a great weekend, guys. I miss you. Bye.